What's up, guys? It's your girl Riva, and I am back again with another video. If you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Riva. It's very nice to meet you. Before we get into this video, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. And as I always say, make sure you guys leave your comments in the comment section down below. It does not matter how you feel about this video. We all want to talk about it. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, follow my Instagram. It's at RIVAH_JORDON. And we're going to go ahead and jump right into the video. This is the Lapeef Network. As you know, we can see a mirror here. And Kevin Samuels actually called in, just like how the other, callers call in. So let's just see what this conversation unfolds.
Now here's the better question here, because if you're dissatisfied with what he is, I'm fine with that. Why didn't you get a man that was going to be above you then, so you wouldn't have to have so much disdain for him?
It's so sad to say, and I am that one that I had no clue what to look for, expect in a man. I learned by just living life. I was never taught, and I had no clue. I really didn't, and I'm just now, sad to say, from you and Anton and listening to men on this YouTube platform, and I'm like, wow, that is what a man should be and do, and that's what I've always wanted. I knew I wanted that, but I guess I didn't know how to get it, because even with him, I made it very clear that I wanted him to be head of household, even though I'm making the money. I still like.
That's not how that works.
I know now.
So what I'm saying is, and I don't want to derail the conversation, but what I wish you ladies would start to do is understand that if a man were in your position to start talking so ill about the mother of his children and his ex, how do you think the men that you would like to deal with would perceive this? But he was your legal husband.
Mm-hmm.
And he is the father of your children.
Mm-hmm.
And you're saying that basically I divorced him because he no longer serves a purpose in my life, because the children are out of the home and all he wants to do is sit around the house and smoke weed and so on and so forth.
Look at it. I wanted to ask you something really quickly regarding this.
Point. And if that's true, I can't fault you for not wanting a man who's not productive. But is there a reason to run him down for it? Because is it a surprise that he is who he is?
Kind of.
Okay.
A little bit, because when we first was together, it was different. I just feel like it was that, you make an effort, you put your best foot forward. And then as time went on, I totally was being taken for granted.
Let me explain why I kind of know where you're going before you go, because I deal with women that kind of in your area every week. And over the last several weeks, I had a woman who was an attorney. And was your husband ever faithful or unfaithful?
No.
Men like this aren't the kind of producer males. You're a husband and he's a wife. So this is the end result of a genderless or a fluid, or a reverse role situation.
Mm-hmm.
This is a perfect example of a woman's biology will not accept it.
This is a great point. If you guys are new to this channel, I never watch a video before I react to it. I do it right in front of you guys, so I honestly don't know what this video entails. But this is a good point. You're the one that's a breadwinner. You're the one that's like outside and you're doing all these things, and this man is like he said, like not producing, not being productive and stuff like that. But is there a reason to beat him over the head for it? That's a really good question to ask, because you're involved with this person, you love this person, you're intimate with this person, you have all of these things that you're doing with this person. What is like talking crap about him or doing, like, what was that doing? Because that's all of those things are not going to motivate him, obviously.
If you could, you would take him out behind the barn and but no. But this is the same thing. Women begin to pick at their men, emasculate their men, beat them down, talk about them, because your biology is saying you're not a provider. And this is like I said, You weren't taught, he wasn't taught. Actually, if you're around my age, we were taught that we're equals, and that don't work out. Amir, what do you have to ask me?
I wanted to bring up the daughter because she's 14, so she's coming of age, and without the father there, I was just wondering how much of an influence that her father would have on her, based on what Miss Kaya is talking about. Based on she's saying that he's not educated and he smokes weed all day, and
Well,
now he's out of the
more,
home.
more than what his absence will happen, what comes out of your mouth is going to determine your daughter. And if you doubt it, go to check my channel right now. I have, over the last month, I've been talking about mother-daughter dynamics.
This is good. This is good. So she's obviously not with her children's father. They're obviously not in a relationship together, and you're growing a new teenager, so like a preteen basically, and you talk about everything that her father is not, everything that he didn't do, how much he's this, that, and all of the above. Probably talk about that with your friends and all that stuff as well. So what Kevin said is just very key. Like, him not being there is one thing. Him and you not being in a relationship is already one situation. But it's what you say out of your mouth about that man to that child. And even not just to her, even to your friends, the conversations that you think that she does not hear, to family members, however you're doing it, all the stuff that you think that she's not hearing, that what you're saying, she is hearing that. And so now this is going to paint a depiction, one, for her to not respect her father because you don't, but also it's going to make her, honestly, somehow, subconsciously, she's going to be picking men for obviously different reasons that are not necessarily good. It's already developing this thing against men as well. She's going to have like this, stigma against men and when she's dating and stuff like that as well. And then also sometimes the women who grow up in homes like that end up attracting a man who is worse, in a worse situation, worse scenario, because at the end of the day, they kind of replicate everything that you do as well. So there's so many negative connotations when a mom does do that with her daughter. So I'm glad he said that.
And do you want grandchildren in the future?
Yeah, we talk about that, and I do not talk down to my children about their father. And he is still involved in their life as well.
Okay, 7% of all human communication is verbal. It's not what you say. The 93% of as an image professional, you get.
But she's saying that she does not do that, and that's hard. The reason why that's extremely hard to believe is because you're on a platform where millions of people can see the things that you're saying. And your daughter knows who her father is. She knows who you are. So if she sees or comes across any of these videos, it's the same exact thing. So if you're doing that on a platform, of course you probably had these conversations on the phone and stuff like that around her in her vicinity, and she knows your ideals and what you think of him and the things that you say about him.
Right one today. And I'm going to tell you, what I've heard today is in that household and in front of your daughter.
See?
You don't think your daughter, you know your daughter in and out. You can tell when she's sick. Right?
Mm-hmm.
She's been your daughter as long as you've been her mother. She knows how you feel about her father.
Well, yeah.
So my point is, this is where we get with this genderless or flipping situations. Women have a loss or lack of respect for men, and then they raise daughters to think of men where? I'm going to ask you a couple of questions.
Okay.
On a scale of 1 to 10, where have you taught your daughter to prioritize marriage and children?
Oh, she knows. I truly believe that's the whole purpose for us women.
1 to 10.
A 10. If she was in here right now, she would say that's all I've shared with her.
Now, so that's what you're teaching. Do you have any more? How many kids you have?
2.
You have a son or a daughter?
A son.
How old is your son?
17.
How's he doing?
As far as
maturation, stepping into manhood, self-image?
Well, my son has, he's a loner. He has ADHD, maldepression, and social anxiety. And so he's like he's a homeschool, and
Why do you say those things? That's not a death sentence.
Yeah.
I actually date somebody who has that. She's extremely successful, very intelligent, and Ivy League graduate. So often we lead with that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Well, the reason why I led with it is because he's homeschooling. He's kind of like in his own world. He is very intelligent with the computers.
He's socially awkward like most homeschool kids. So basically, and here's the thing: I often work with a lot of parents who homeschool their children. You gotta, one thing I would say, the way kids are socialized is so important. They're getting and he's getting his entire download of men and women, gender dynamics, and things like that from YouTube. So it's one thing to tell your daughter what you want, but just you're a parent, just like I know, kids don't really listen to what we say. They look at what we do.
Yep.
And they model what we do. So as far as if the outcomes you want, are you guys officially divorced?
Yes.
How long you guys been divorced?
Officially, the date was September 13th of this year. It took over a year to get it done.
So, I don't know how you teach your daughter that marriage and family is important. So after a divorce.
When we were going through the divorce, and right after I left, I set both my kids down and spoke with them that I don't, believe in divorce. I really would prefer not to, but I was just to the point where I couldn't do it anymore, and I expressed that.
So before she continues, I just wanted to say, she said that, her children's father is, all of these things. He's, basically like lazy, unmotivated, smokes all day, like all that stuff, right? And then she says, well, I'm not going to take it away from him because he is a good father. But you're literally discrediting him as a man in general when you're talking about the things that he does and how he's like on this and he's that and he's, you're saying all of these negative things about him. How come you didn't lead with, he's a great father, he's a great this, he's a great that, but our relationship just did not work out. And then relay that message as well to, your children, even on this platform, like literally discrediting a man who's there for his children is something that I just completely don't like. I don't like stuff like that because you're literally psychologically like messing up your children's outlook on their father. And there's so many reasons why this is done. It's either, they can't get over it, so they're just, jealous that, the person may have moved on, or upset or angry that they're not still in a relationship with that person. Or like just any of their emotional reasons, right? Any emotional reasons that they do that. And I can't, obviously, like Kevin just said, if she's having this conversation with people that she does not know on this platform, you can imagine the conversations that she's had with other people. And you should always, especially when you're a woman, right? As a woman, when you're raising your children, you should not look at any of the other diagrams. You should just look at solely the relationship with father and children. And that's it. Take your emotions out of it. Take your feelings out of it. Take, your mentality of how things were when you were. Just take all that out of it and cultivate that relationship and encourage that relationship with them. I know she said that he spends time with them, but your children spending time with him, they're going to have a certain mindset if they know that you feel some type of way about it. They're not going to really be there and have, time with their father and spend time and enjoy the moment when they know that you're going to come home and be like, so how's everything going over there? Oh, he has a new car? Interesting, because, when he was with me, or when he, like it's so negative. It's so negative, and especially for a young woman, that relationship between, I mean, either kid, sons need their fathers, women need their fathers. Sons need their fathers because the good morals that that man has is what what their sons are going to take up and become. And women need their fathers because the good morals that their father has, they're going to look for that in a partner. So I just wanted to say that piece really quick.
It expressed to them that, you know, biblically, my Christian, my faith
So
is
in other
that.
words, so don't be surprised if your daughters doesn't buy what you're saying.
Wow.
Now here,
Don't be surprised if your daughter's not buying what you're saying, because you're saying one thing, but your lifestyle choices and your actions are proving another. So I completely agree with that. I did see this video in my DMs, so let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. Let me know your honest feedback. And then also make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel. Give this video a thumbs up. And then also, if you're not following me on Instagram, follow my Instagram. It's at RIVAH_JORDON. I know normally I give you guys that early morning post, but the weather here is horrible. So I was just like, super busy this morning, but also just couldn't get the chance to come sit down. But as you guys know, I will keep the content coming. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys very, very much, and I will see you in the next video. Love you.